Our final Premiership Rewind takes us back to September of 2018 and another epic encounter with the rebel force that is Somerset. This week's meeting brought to us by Belle Vue's 2020 team sponsor, Bike Riot UK. Well, good evening everybody. It's our last helping of historic racing action tonight, but we are bowing out on a belter of a meeting. The Somerset Rebels are in town for some knockout cup action against our class of 2018. This meeting brought to us by the Belle Vue Aces 2020 team sponsor Bike Riot, the flagship brand of our principal partner James Briggs Limited. They've got some great products for your cycle bike and your motorbike. Make sure to check them out on social media, Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. Just search for Bike Riot UK. So that famous appearance in 2018 on BT Sport was followed up by this epic battle between the Rebels and our Aces once again, and our boys were at it again. Some epic racing to enjoy tonight, folks. So for the last time, without further ado, I'm going to hand over to the boys for heat number 1. Enjoy the meeting.
So riders at the line for heat number 1 of this second leg Knockout Cup semi-final here at the National Speedway Stadium. Aces with a 14-point deficit to overhaul if they want to book their place in the final, where they will race the King's Lynn Stars. With the riders at the line for heat number 1, it sees going in the blue helmet colour for the Aces, it's Steve Worrall. Nico Covatti goes for the Rebels in gate number 2. Gate 3 in red will be Max Fricke, and off the outside in white it is Jason Doyle. Referee this evening is Craig Ackroyd. So 15 heats of action about to get underway at a very windy and chilly National Speedway Stadium on a Wednesday evening here. As you might expect, the riders just taking their time ahead of this opening race. Aces will be desperate to get off to the best possible start this evening. They were disappointed last Wednesday night to go down by 14 points after keeping the scores close throughout. So they come to order, heat 1. Starting Marshall checking with them, he now walks away. Green lights on. Slight movement there from Max Fricke, but they get away. Steve Worrall first into the first corner. Worrall's away, here comes Fricke through on the inside of Covatti, and he slots into second, and it's Aces 1 and 2. Jason Doyle tried to storm his way through on the inside of Max Fricke. Fricke makes a slight mistake there, and Doyle does come through. Doyle on one wheel, but it's Worrall out front. The two Australians going hell for leather in second and third, with Covatti at the back. Fine action on the first lap of heat number 1. Steve Worrall with a 10 metre advantage over the world champion Jason Doyle. Fricke's trying hard. Worrall's got to look lively because Doyle's not too far away, looking for a way through on the inside as they head down the back straight for the third time. Doyle pounced on the first lap after a mistake from Fricke, and he's trying to do the same here on Steve Worrall. Worrall under all sorts of pressure, and Fricke almost back in contention as well. Brilliant action in the opening race tonight. Fricke trying to force Jason Doyle into a mistake. Down the back straight they go. Can Worrall hang on? Can Fricke find a way past Doyle? He's not going to get there. It's going to be a heat advantage, however, to the Aces. A 4-2 in heat number 1, and they shaved a couple of points off the deficit. So good stuff for the man off the inside. Steve Worrall made a lovely start, was away under pressure throughout from Jason Doyle. For a moment it looks as if the Aces will be opening up with a 5-1 maximum, but unfortunately a slight mistake from Max Fricke on the first lap let Jason Doyle through. But good stuff from Steve Worrall, who kept his composure there to take an impressive win in heat number 1. So Steve Worrall with the win, Jason Doyle for second, Max Fricke for third, a 4-2 to the Aces in heat 1. So Aces open up with a heat advantage, and we are on to the reserves race heat 2. The last man to arrive in the white helmet colour off the inside for Somerset will be Jake Allen. So Jake Allen in white, gate 1. Next to him in red for Belle Vue it is Dimitri Berge, just getting back aboard his machine. Aaron Summers, he goes in yellow and black, gate number 3. And off the outside in blue, guesting tonight for the Aces, it's Jonas B. Andersen. B. Andersen being brought in because Mark Riss has decided that's his season done. He's gone back to Germany and thus officially withholding his services, and therefore Belle Vue get a guest replacement. So just taking their time here ahead of Heat 2. As the wind picks up here at the National Stadium. Some fine action in the opener. Can we get a bit more of the same here in the reserves race? They come to order then. Heat number 2. On comes the green light from Craig Ackroyd, slight movement from Aaron Summers. Good start from the inside from Jake Allen. Immediately the Frenchman Dimitri Berge goes to chase the dirt line, but it is the Rebels at 1 and 2. Allen with a lovely start. Summers trying to force Berge out wide on the top corner. He locks up slightly and Berge will remain committed to the outside. Very little between Summers and Berge, and it's hell for leather down the back straight they go. Summers trying to force Berge off the racing line. Nothing between these two. Allen's got the race sewn up, it would seem, out front. And Aaron Summers slotting into second. And a disaster for the aces here in the reserves race. If nothing else, Dimitri Berge has to get on terms with Aaron Summers here. Disappointingly, Jonas Andersen made a poor start. He's at the back. And with a lap to go, Allen and Summers, well, the Somerset Rebels looking good here. Down the back straight they go. So the aces open up with a heat advantage in heat number 1. Somerset striking straight back with a 5-1 maximum in the heat 2. A celebratory wheelie from Jake Allen, he wins it. Aaron Summers home for second, Dimitri Berge in third. Not what the aces wanted out of the reserves race for sure. Good stuff from Jake Allen, making gate 1 count. And there are a few Rebels fans that have made the very long journey up on a Wednesday evening that are here this evening, and no doubt they'll be delighted with that. Jake Allen impressing in heat number 2 and coming down the home straight to get the applause of the fans as well. So good stuff from the Somerset man Jake Allen, followed home by his team partner Aaron Summers. Third spot went to Dimitri Berge, a 5-1 to the visitors, and after 2 heats, 5 to the Renchuck Belle Vue Aces and 7 to the Somerset Rebels. Well, not what the aces would have wanted out of the reserves race, and looking to strike straight back here in heat number 3. The full lineup for which sees Rohan Tungate going in the blue helmet colour gate number 1. Next to him in white for Somerset it is Bradley Wilson-Dean. Gate 3 for his second outing of the evening, Steve Worrall taking his scheduled ride in this one, and completing the lineup in yellow and black for the Rebels it is Richard Lawson. So the aces now down by 16 points on the aggregate. So they were very disappointed with their efforts last Wednesday evening. Just 5 heat winners at the Oak Tree Arena and 10 last places. And that was pretty much the story of the night. They would have been hoping to keep the deficit to about 6 or so. But 14 and now 16, well, there's a long way, a lot of work for them to do, let's say. So they come to order, heat number 3. Sonny Marshall walks away, on comes the green light, takes fire where they go. Good start from Steve Worrall, plenty of action with Bradley Wilson-Dean getting the elbows out on the first corner, and there's nothing between Wilson-Dean and Worrall down the back straight. The New Zealander almost on one wheel, heading into the top corner. Tungate was sluggish away, although he's trying to storm his way through there. Wilson-Dean taken by surprise as Tungate tries to force him off the line. Meantime, here comes Lawson trying to get around the outside of Tungate. Let's have a good line as well. There's some really fierce action on the first lap and a half of heat number 3. It's Worrall out front looking good. Tungate having an uncomfortable ride in second. He's on the tailpipe here of Wilson-Dean, throwing it around the outside of the New Zealander. Here comes Rohan Tungate, and that's a storming ride for the Aces man. Absolutely nothing between them into the top corner, but Tungate gets into second, and the Aces striking back here in heat 3. Worrall and Tungate, brilliant rides from both of them, and Tungate wasn't to be denied there as he's forced his way into second, and I'm sure perhaps Wilson-Dean will have something to say as the race concludes. Off the final corner, the Aces strike back with a 5-1 in heat 3. Worrall and Tungate, brilliant stuff from them. Bradley Wilson-Dean and Rohan Tungate, well, it got awfully close at a couple of points during that race. Worrall will go and come around on a lap of honour, and Tungate and Wilson-Dean will have words. Now, will anything get said at the pits gate? Tungate gets off his machine, And he's just going to walk in, I think. Well, no drama at the end of the race. Plenty going on throughout it. As Tungate in two minds at a couple of points during the race what to do. But he worked out the best angle of attack on Bradley Wilson-Dean and stormed his way right round the outside of the New Zealander after the end of the second lap. And that was well worked there by the Aces boys. So the win goes to Steve Worrall, Rowan Tungate for second, Wilson-Dean for third, a 5-1. And the score after 3 races, it's 10 to the Red Chuck Belle Vue Aces and 8 to the Somerset Rebels. Well, 3 heats gone here at the National Stadium and plenty to get the crowd excited so far. Words in the pits between Tungate and Wilson-Dean after that. And, well, let's hope we can see some more competitive action here in Heat 4. With the 4 riders at the line, it sees going in the blue helmet colour gate number 1, disappointed first time out, Jonas B. Andersen. Gate 2 in yellow and black, Aaron Summers. It's Craig Cook going in the red helmet colour gate number 3, and off the outside in white for Somerset, Jack Holder. So the Red Chuck Aces up by 2 points after that 5-1. They really need B. Andersen here to make a good stuff off the inside, which does look advantageous, although we say that. Tungate was sluggish away. But such as his track craft, he was able to find his way into second place. So they come to order. Heat 4. Oh no, B. Andersen's broken the tapes. Red lights will slam straight on. And I suspect that well, there's no doubt that B. Andersen will be disqualified. I suspect Dimitri Berge may very well come out here. The blue light is on from Craig Ackroyd. And we'll look at that again. And you can see that B. Andersen just a little too keen there. And unfortunately for the Aces man, he's disqualified, and we will bring you the word from Mark Lemon as soon as we get it. Unsurprisingly, Mark Lemon electing to bring out Dimitri Berge. He will replace Jonas B. Andersen here in the inside gate. So Dimitri Berge now in gate 1, Aaron Summers going in gate 2, it's Craig Cook in gate 3, and off the outside it will be Jack Holder. So not the night that Jonas B. Andersen would have wanted so far, having stormed the tapes. Having been replaced, it doesn't count as a ride, so he will have 2 more outings to come. And with the temperature dropping here in Manchester and the wind picking up, nobody particularly keen to come to order for this restart of Heat 4. Hopefully we can get away cleanly this time. Dimitri Berge will be the last man to settle down as they come to order. Rerun of Heat 4. Takes fly away they go. Berge with a lovely start off the inside. Summers has spread a reasonable one. Jack Holder instantly cutting down low as Craig Cook's gone for the dirt line. Cook out wide, and Cook in fact at the back. Cook with work to do. He's trying to storm his way around the outside of Holder. Holder will take care of him there, and Cook will have to storm his way through on the inside. Meantime, Summers is storming his way through on the inside of Dimitri Berge, and that's a strong ride from Aaron Summers, and trying to take up the lead. Summers does indeed take up the lead, and we've got 2 races in one here. Summers down low on Berge, and Summers now taking it up. Berge in second, Cook's found his way into third, almost into second. The 2 Aces boys have got to keep Jack Holder behind. Cook's got his sights on Aaron Summers, and perhaps a little too hard there on Dimitri Berge, forcing the Frenchman out wide. And with a lap to go, Cook's really got his sights on Summers here. And Cook trying to throw it out wide. What can Craig Cook do down the back straight for the final time? Summers knows he's there. He's trying to move off the line to block his run. Cook will remain committed to the outside. Meantime, here comes Holder around the outside of Berge. It's a run to the flag. Aaron Summers will hang on for the victory. Berge crucially will hang on for third. And some more fine action there in heat number 4. Aaron Summers, really strong ride from him, storming his way through on the inside of Dimitri Berge. And some really fine action once again. Disappointment for Jack Holder, who missed out. Craig Cook storming his way through from the back. But some good action so far this evening here at the National Stadium. And Aaron Summers with a really strong ride there in Heat 4. So Summers taking the win. Second man home was Craig Cook. Third spot Dimitri Berge. A shared race. And after 4 races, it's 13 to the Red Truck Belle Vue Aces and 11 to the Somerset Rebels. We've had our first track grade of the evening and we are on to Heat 5. Aces lead by a couple of points. The 4 riders out of the takes for Heat 5. It sees Nico Covatti going in the yellow and black helmet gate 1. Steve Worrall with 2 out of 2. He's in red gate number 2. Gate 3 in white, Jason Doyle. And off the outside, the man who battled his way through for a paid win in his first ride of the evening, Rohan Tungate. So I'm sure the Rebels will be reasonably pleased with their efforts so far. They still lead by 12 points. So the Aces, they've only secured 1-5-1. They've conceded 1 as well, so net 0. So they need something from here on in. We've seen them plenty of times. Aces tend to score well in the latter races here at the National Stadium. But Somerset, no mugs. And once again proving why they're in the end of season playoffs. So they come toward a Heat 5. Takes fly away they go. Start from the man on the inside, Nico Covatti. Steve Worrall's out of shape going into the first corner. It's Doyle away. Here comes Tungate trying to come around the outside of Covatti, and Worrall with no pace this time. Tungate's got around the outside of Covatti, and now he'll set his sights on Jason Doyle. World champion out front. Tungate goes slightly too wide, and Covatti storming his way back through on the inside of the Australian Rohan Tungate. And Somerset on their way here to another 5-1, not what the Aces wanted. Doyle looking behind, just checks to see that it's Covatti. He made a strong first lap. Tungate chasing the dirt line, and the Aces seemingly have been caught out by the track grade here. They put a little bit of water down, and unfortunately for Belle Vue, looking as if they will concede their second 5-1 of the night. Doyle and Covatti looking good. Tungate not too far behind. What can Tungate do, however, on the final lap or so? Throwing it into the top corner. He'll keep it down low. He tried to storm his way through on the inside of Covatti, but Covatti will hang on, and the Rebels take a 5-1. Well worked by the Somerset Rebels there, and they once again retake the lead on the night. There are the Rebels fans there over on the second corner with their giant Confederate flag, and they will be absolutely delighted to have seen their side take another 5-1, their second of the evening in Heat 5. So Jason Doyle, impressive stuff from him, and a really strong ride from Covatti as Somerset strike back with a 5-1. Doyle with a win, Covatti in second, Tungate for third, a 5-1, and the score after 5 races, 14 to the Red Truck Belle Vue Aces and 16 to the Somerset Rebels. So Somerset Rebels proving their strength here this evening, back into the lead and comfortable on aggregate. We move on to Heat 6, the lineup for which she's going in the red helmet colour gate number 1. It will be Max Fricke, gate 2 in white, Jack Holder in blue, gate number 3. Taking the rider replacement ride is Jonas B. Andersen, and off the outside in yellow and black, Jake Allen. So the only heat winner first time out in this race, Jake Allen, this time will line up off the outside. There's really been some tight first corners, as you might expect in a Cup semi-final. They come toward it, Heat 6. Away they go. Good start from Jack Holder out of gate number 2. Just gets his shoulder ahead of Max Fricke. And Jack Holder, strong from him in the first corner, and he's away. Fricke in second. Here comes Allen around the outside as B. Andersen once again has got biker shoes this time, and he's come to a stop. Fricke got beaten to the jump by Jack Holder. He's trying to work out the best angle of attack here. Not too much between them. Somerset with another heat advantage, and this will extend their lead. Fricke, slight mistake there on the top corner, 2 laps gone. Jack Holder with plenty more pace this time around. And if anything, pulling away from Fricke on the corners. Fricke trying to build up his momentum, but not able to work anything out at this stage. A lap to go off heat 6. So Somerset, this will put them up by 4 on the night. And 18 on aggregate. And there's a long way back for the Wrencher cases here. Fricke scraping the fence on one wheel. Do we have a party piece from Max Fricke on the final corner? Here he comes! My goodness me, A for effort from Max Fricke, and Holder had to pull out the proverbial kitchen sink there to stop his run. So Fricke seemingly found turbo on the last half lap or so, and he took Jack Holder a little bit by surprise on the run into the flag. But crucially for Somerset, Holder was able to hang on, and the Rebels, they take another heat advantage, and their lead here this evening is now up to 4 points. So Jack Holder, fine stuff from him. Second man home, Max Fricke. Third spot went to Jake Allen. A 4-2 to the Rebels, and after 6 races, the score moves on. 16 to the Renchuck Belle Vue Aces and 20 to the Somerset Rebels. Heat 7 then, and Aces will be looking to Craig Cook to get a win on the board in this one. Somerset up by 4 points, and the men from the West Country, well, they'll be delighted with their efforts so far this evening. Heat 7 from the inside in white, Bradley Wilson-Dean. Gate 2 in red will be Craig Cook. In yellow and black, hoping for a better ride this time out, it's Richard Lawson. He's in yellow gate 3, with Dimitri Berge. He goes in the blue helmet colour off the outside. Starting Marshall just going to have a quick word with Dimitri Berge there on the outside. Once again, the riders taking their time on what is a very chilly evening. Crowd, as you might expect for a Wednesday evening, down. Not least because of both United and City involved in the UEFA Champions League tonight. So Belle Vue, still a reasonable crowd, but perhaps not as many as they would have hoped for. They come to order, heat 7. Takes fly away they go. Craig Cook with a lovely start. Quite falls into the first corner, but the 2 Rebels have taken care of Dimitri Berge, and they're going to pack the places. Craig Cook made a lovely start out of gate 2. Richard Lawson into second. It's Wilson-Dean in third with Berge at the back. Richard Lawson, same way that Jack Holder, showed plenty of pace in his second ride. Lawson much quicker this time out, and he's on the tail here and on the chase of Craig Cook. Berge keeping it down low, trying to curb crawl to find a way past on the inside of Wilson-Dean. Somerset, well, they won't mind here. They can let Cook go and pack the places. Down the back straight for the 3rd time. After some of the action we've enjoyed so far tonight, this one slightly more tame. Wilson-Dean, time chasing the dirt line, pulling away from Berge. Berge with 0 pace. To the top corner, Craig Cook. Determination on the first lap. Powers into victory there. Cook takes it. Lawson for second. First spot went to Bradley Wilson-Dean. Good stuff from Craig Cook, but disappointing for Dimitri Berge. And the Aces, well, the key thing they needed to avoid tonight was last places, and unfortunately, one too many of them. Craig Cook coming round on a lap of honour. Aces fans that are in this main grandstand delighted with the efforts of their Grand Prix star there, Craig Cook. Cook takes the win from Richard Lawson. Wilson-Dean for 3rd, a shared race, and after 7 races here at the National Stadium, 19 to the Renchuck Belle Vue Aces and 23 to the Somerset Rebels. On we go then to heat number 8, and very soon Aces' efforts will be concentrated on just taking the victory tonight. Heat 8, a couple of changes. The rider replacement in this one being taken by Rohan Tungate. Tungate will ride in the red helmet colour. Jonas B. Andersen, of course, the scheduled change. He's in the blue helmet. For the Rebels, they're represented here in white by Nico Covatti, and he looked good last time out. And completing the lineup in yellow and black will be Aaron Summers. Starting Marshall focusing his attention there on the two on the outside. Summers looked very good in Heat 4, where he defeated Craig Cook. And based on what we've seen so far, you would expect him to get to the first corner. They come to order. Heat 8. By the taste of where they go. Good start from Summers. Better one from Jonas B. Andersen. Here comes Tungate throwing it out wide. And Tungate will get his wheels in line here. And Tungate will take it up. Tungate hits the front from Aaron Summers. It's Jonas B. Andersen in third with Nico Covatti at the back. From first lap from Aaron Tungate. Really fired up. And B. Andersen having got out well as well. He'll now try to consolidate third, but he's under severe pressure here from Nico Covatti. Very little between them as they turn into the top corner. Covatti trying to build his space and trying to come on the outside of B. Andersen. It's Tungate out front. B. Andersen keeping it low as Covatti makes a mistake. Covatti on one wheel. And Jonas B. Andersen, he'll try to hunt down for Summers to the checker flag. Just over a lap to go. Summers looking around. If he can take the heat advantage here, it'll be better than nothing. Down the back straight they go. Tungate looking good, pulling away from Aaron Summers. One final challenge coming up from Nico Covatti. So they head off the top corner. B. Andersen will hang on for the aces. It's his first points of the night, and they could prove vital. Fine stuff from Rohan Tungate. Really fired up on the first lap as he got his wheels in line to come around the outside of Aaron Summers. No lap of honour, because of course he'll be back out in the next race for his scheduled ride. Fine stuff then from Rohan Tungate there in heat number 8. Tungate taking the win from Aaron Summers. Third spot, Jonas B. Andersen. It's a 4-2 to the Rentral Cases. And after 8 heats gone here, the score moves on. It's 23 to the Rentral Cases, 25 to the Somerset Rebels. Extra time having been allowed for Rohan Tungate, who's back out here for his scheduled ride. The Rebels still holding a 2-point lead here at the National Speedway Stadium. The full lineup for heat number 9. Going off the inside gate in the white helmet colour, it will be Jack Holder. Gate 2 in blue sees Rohan Tungate. In white, gate number 3, in yellow and black even, gate number 3 will be Jake Allen, and off the outside in red for the Rentral Cases, it is Steve Worrall. Worrall started brightly tonight with 2 victories, but had a poor last in heat 5 as the Aces conceded a 5-1. We are awaiting Steve Worrall to take up his position here. They settle down then for heat number 9. Takes fly where they go. Rohan Tungate with a lovely start off gate number 2. Unfortunately for the Aces, Steve Worrall hasn't got away from the outsider though. He's cutting his way through on the inside here of Jake Allen, and he slots into third spot. Tungate away. Jack Holder throwing it out wide, as is Jake Allen. Steve Worrall keeping it down low. Holder's got his sights on fellow Australian Rohan Tungate, really fired up. Steve Worrall with a crucial cutback on the first corner, slotting into third as the race is developing out front between Tungate and Jack Holder. Tungate looks across, he knows Holder's got a lot more pace. Jack Holder right with him now. Absolutely nothing between us, they tear off the second corner. Tungate will move across the line, he's got 0 pace here. Here comes Holder around the outside of him. Tungate knows he's going to be beaten for pace here. He chops off the nose of Jack Holder, and Holder goes right through and back through on his inside. Point action in heat 9. Tungate looking to respond. Absolutely nothing between them. The Rebels man out front. Jack Holder, he's worked hard for it. Rohan Tungate with one final challenge. It's a run to the flag. Holder hands on. Brilliant action once again in heat number 9 this time. Crucially for the Aces, Steve Worrall holds on to third. Tungate's disappointed. He's heading back to the pits quickly. Fine stuff from Jack Holder. He got plenty more pace than Rohan Tungate, and it wasn't until that Tungate got past that Tungate came back for another challenge. His bike smoking at the pits gate, so perhaps some mechanical issues, but fine action there in heat number 9. Jack Holder with the win. Second man home was Rohan Tungate. Third spot, Steve Worrall, a shared race. And after 9 races here at the National Stadium, 26 to the Rental Cases and 28 to the Somerset Rebels. Time running out for the Rental Cases here at the National Stadium. Down by 16 points on the aggregate. Just 6 heats to go. So they need 4 5-1s just to draw level out of 6 races. And in the last, 3 of the last 6, Jason Doyle you would expect to be involved. So Aces, well, they don't yet need snookers, but not too far away from that. Heat number 10 in yellow and black, gate 1, Richard Lawson. Gate 2 in blue, rider replacement ride for Dimitri Berge. Gate 3 in white, Bradley Wilson-Dean, and off the outside in red, Max Fricke. Dimitri Berge just packing down gate number 2. Aces needed a really strong performance from him tonight, unfortunately hasn't been forthcoming. They settle down, heat 10. On comes the green light, takes fly where they go. Pretty level start into the first corner. Richard Lawson getting there first. Dimitri Berge trying to storm his way around the outside of him, and it's tight between those two. Berge taking it up. Here comes Max Fricke around the outside as well. And Ace is trying to work a 5-1 situation. Richard Lawson, though, he's still in second. Here comes Fricke storming his way through, barging his way through on the inside of the Rebels man. And that's well worked by Fricke and Berge over the first lap and a half. Berge out front, Fricke with momentous pace in second, throwing it out wide. Lawson looking to respond. The Aces fighting back on their way to one of the 5-1s that they require. Fricke throwing it out slightly too wide there. Berge coming up with the strongest ride of the night. So Berge and Fricke just over a lap away from a 5-1. The Rebels have no answer in this one. Berge content to ride down low. Max Fricke will ride the fence as he likes to do here at the National Stadium. Round the final corner they come. So perhaps this tie isn't dead and buried. The Aces take a 5-1 maximum in heat 10. Fricke with the win from Dimitri Berge. Third spot went to Richard Lawson. Wilson-Dean, he finished at the back. And the Aces, big rise from them both there in heat number 10. Fricke's going to come round on a lap of honour as Berge heads back to the pits because he's out in the next one as well. Storming rides from both Aces men in heat number 10. And they retake the lead on the night here at the National Stadium. Great stuff in heat number 10 from Max Fricke. He takes the win. Second man home, Dimitri Berge. Third spot went to Richard Lawson, a 5-1, and after 10 races here, 31 to the Renchuck Belle Vue Aces and 29 to the Somerset Rebels. So Dimitri Berge, the last man to arrive, having refueled and re-oiled after being involved in that brilliant 5-1 last time out. Aces back into the lead on the night, 12 points down on aggregate, but Somerset, I'm sure, looking to strike back in this 11th race. From the inside, in the red helmet colour, for the Rental Cases, it's Craig Cook. Gate 2 in white, the World Speedway champion, Jason Doyle. Dimitri Berge goes in the blue helmet colour gate number 3, and off the outside, a reserve switch with Aaron Summers being brought back out in place of Nico Covatti. So Summers, he's looked impressive tonight. Solid team performance from the Rebels. Always advantageous going into a second leg, knowing exactly what you need to do away from home. No heroics, and you've got a healthy 14-point advantage from the first leg. Belle Vue with a 5-1 in 10. Can they repeat it here in 11? They settle down then. Heat 11. Takes fly where they go. Good start from Craig Cook off gate number 1. Jason Doyle didn't make the best of ones, but he's having to take Dimitri Berge very wide there on the second corner. And Doyle now will set after Craig Cook. Throws it out wide on the top corner. but Cook away. Doyle in second, it's Summers in third. Trying to make amends for being forced to the back on the first corner. Here comes Berge with pace off the second corner, and that's well done from the Frenchman. Slots into second. So the Aces once again fighting back, this time in 11. Craig Cook making no mistake from the inside. Doyle looks behind. You can see that it's Berge in third with Summers now at the back and losing pace. So the Aces with a 5-1 in 10, seemingly a 4-2 in 11. There'll be 10 points between the sides. Perhaps this tie isn't over as Berge looks back. Summers trying to get on terms with him. Down the back straight they go. Craig Cook. Second victory of the night and moving on to 8 points out of 9. He comes off the final corner. Cook with a win. Doyle for second. Berge, another strong ride from him. He comes home for third. Disappointment for Aaron Summers as the reserve switch doesn't quite work. And the Aces, well, they take a 4-2. And they lead now by 4 points on the night. Down by 10 on the aggregate score with 4 heats to go. So Craig Cook having a good evening here at the National Speedway Stadium. And at the interval stage, Aces not quite yet done and dusted, not quite out of this Knockout Cup semi-final. So Cook with a win. He defeats the world champion Jason Doyle home for second. Third spot went to Dimitri Berge. A 4-2 to the Renchock Aces. And after 11 heats here at the interval stage, the score moves on. It's 35 to the Renchock Aces, 31 to the Somerset Rebels. Interval concluded, on to heat number 12, his third ride on the trot for Dimitri Berge, who replaces Jonas B. Andersen here. So the full lineup for heat 12, Steve Worrall in red, gate 1. Gate 2 in yellow and black, Jake Allen. Gate 3 in blue, Dimitri Berge. And off the outside in white, it is Bradley Wilson-Dean. Aces have got to keep the heat advantages coming with 1 and 3 here. If they could get a 5-1 here, it would put some pressure on the Rebels. But you still, they'd still be favourites for progression into the Cup final, where Kings Lynn await. Of course, Kings Lynn will be here on Monday in the first leg of the playoff semi-final. Aces with the first leg looking to take a healthy lead to the Adrian Flux Arena the following week. So pressure mounting here ahead of heat 12. Steve Worrall has got to make a good start from the inside, just packing down that gate 1 starting grid, starting marshal saying, encouraging him to come to order. Steve Worrall will be the last man to settle down. They're finally ready, heat 12. On comes the green light, takes fly away they go. Aces boys with good starts. Worrall gets to the first corner, although it's slightly too wide there, and Jake Allen comes through to meet Berge, commits to the outside, and after making a great start, Worrall somehow finds himself at the back. It's Berge out front, but storming his way through is Jake Allen, and the Rebels with plenty of pace here, trying to beat up the Frenchman. Allen taking it up front, Berge in second, third is Wilson-Dean, and Worrall, unfortunately for Belle Vue, with very little pace at all, he's at the back and losing speed as well. Here comes Jake Allen throwing the inside in front to Berge. Berge though won't be denied. Thrilling action here in heat 12. Jake Allen trying to force Dimitri Berge off the line, and Wilson-Dean with plenty of speed in third. One mistake from Berge and the Rebels. Here comes Jake Allen throwing the inside, but Berge won't be moved. Absolutely sensational stuff in heat 12. Berge under all sorts of pressure, and Wilson-Dean will take this up. Here comes Wilson-Dean for the Rebels, and this ride can put them through it. Round they come, front to the flag, Wilson-Dean takes it. Bradley Wilson-Dean for the Somerset Rebels wins heat number 12. Thrilling action. And Bradley Wilson-Dean build up his pace over all 4 laps of heat number 12. Thrilling action. And he's pumped with that. So Wilson-Dean taking the win. Second man home, Dimitri Berge. Third spot went to Jake Allen. A 4-2 to the Somerset Rebels. Brilliant action. And the score therefore moves on after 12 races. 37 to the Renchock Belle Vue Aces and 35 to the Somerset Rebels. Well, that 4-2 in Heat 12 for the Rebels. Very close now. Aces need 3-5-1s to force golden heats. The riders at the line for Heat number 13. It sees the world champion Jason Doyle going in the white helmet colour, gate number 1. Gate 2 in the red helmet colour, Max Fricke. Gate 3 in yellow and black, it will be Jack Holder, and off the outside in blue, Craig Cook. So Cook, the odd man out here, the only English representative, 3 Australians on his direct inside. And the Aces, well, they tried hard, but take nothing away from the Rebels. Each member of their side has put in a strong ride at least once tonight, and that really has been the key to their success. It's not beyond the realms of possibility that the Aces could take 3-5-1s to the last. We've seen that, I think, on 3 previous occasions this year. But up against Doyle and Holder, and especially with the Rebels holding 1 and 3, well, it's going to take something special from Fricke and Cook, I'm sure. Settling down then for Heat 13. Takes fly where they go. Jason Doyle with a lovely start out of gate number 1. Gets the jump to the first corner. Here comes Cook trying to come in the outside of Jack Holder. Fricke on one wheel. Holder and Cook, nothing between them, into the top end, and it's Holder who emerges in third. Cook will try to cut down low on his inside, and here comes Cook storing his way back to the inside of Jack Holder as Matt Fricke goes wide, and it's awfully tight between these 4 riders, and we've got another repeat here of heat number 13. Cook taking it up, Doyle back through on his inside, Cook throwing it out wide. Here comes Max Fricke as well. Ultra competitive action in this 13th race as the 2 Aces boys are going to go either side of the World Speedway champion. Fricke trying to storm his way through on the inside, Cook trying to get his wheels in line. Some more sensational speedway here in the National Stadium with Fricke out front from Doyle. Fricke and Doyle 1 and 2. Craig Cook looking for a mistake, looking for a way through, and Jack Holder not too far away as well. Absolutely sensational stuff here in heat number 13. Doyle up, once again taking it up front. Fricke though won't be denied, back round the outside of him. Fricke taking up the lead, and what can Craig Cook do on the final corner? He stalls his way through on the inside. Absolutely brilliant racing in heat number 13. Another sensational race here at the National Speedway Stadium, and the Aces take 1 of their 3-5-1s that they require. Absolutely sensational speedway there in heat number 13. You can throw the proverbial blanket over all 4 riders, and Max Fricke on the final corner wouldn't be moved. He held on to the victory, but then Craig Cook stormed his way through to take it on the line. Brilliant racing. And the Aces, well, they're battling to the last here at the National Speedway Stadium. The win goes to Max Fricke. Craig Cook comes home for second. Jason Doyle for third. Brilliant race, heat number 13, a 5-1 maximum to the Rentrick Aces, and with 2 to go, the score moves on 42 to the Aces and 36 to the Somerset Rebels. Well, we hope you enjoyed that. Let's have some more then, heat 14. Aces, well, they've got 1 of the 3-5-1s that they need, and they had to work overtime in that heat 13. The race against the Rebels in the TV match a couple of weeks ago was sensational, but I think that just topped it. That was absolutely brilliant stuff. So just about getting our breath back for heat 14. The lineup, it sees going in the blue helmet colour, gate 1, Dimitri Berge. Gate 2 in white will be Richard Lawson. In red, Rohan Tungate. And off the outside in yellow and black, Aaron Summers. So Somerset just need a couple of points out of this race, but the Aces, they'll have their tails up. Take nothing away from them. They've really worked hard for the midway point. At heat 12, we feared could prove costly, and it still might, but the Aces showed real dogged determination here. So coming to order, heat 14. 10 Takes fly where they go. Berge with a lovely start off the inside. Lawson gets to the first corner as well. Rohan Tungate will instantly throw it out wide, and here comes the aces to go once again 1 and 2. Berge and Tungate hitting the front, and can they bring it home from here? Richard Lawson trying to come through on the inside of Rohan Tungate. Berge making it count from the inside. Tungate all the time, riding out wide, locks up slightly there, and Richard Lawson not too far away. Another mistake like that and Lawson will be through. So the aces here, Berge and Tungate with 2 laps going of heat 14, looking around. Richard Lawson in 2 minds to ride mid-track or down low. Tungate, he's got no doubt what to do, he's riding out wide, but can they bring this home? Berge looks to be losing pace as the race goes on, and Lawson's there with him. He's got to hold off Lawson here. Berge's a run of Lawson, and Richard Lawson could be booking a place in the Knockout Cup final for the Somerset Rebels. Berge, you can see, was just losing momentum over the latter stages of this race as they come to take the flag. Tungate will win it, but Lawson will bring second, and that's enough for the Somerset Rebels. The Rebels are into the Cup final. The Aces tried their level best there. They gated on a 5-1, but you could see that Berge had been set up to make a good start and just couldn't quite hold off the close attentions there of the Somerset man, Richard Lawson, and that's enough for the Rebels, and they are into the Cup final. Good stuff from Rohan Tungate, strong performance from him tonight. He wins it. Second man home was Richard Lawson. Third spot went to Dimitri Berge, a 4-2, and with 1 heat to go, it's 46 to the Rentral Cases and 38 to the Somerset Rebels. Final action of the night then here at the National Speedway Stadium. Somehow we've still got a voice to commentate on this final race. Aces have just fallen short. Even with a 5-1 here, they will miss out. Somerset are into the Cup final. Rider nominations are in for this Heat 15. 2 team managers have made their choices, and the lineup sees going in the white helmet colour for the Somerset Rebels. Gate number 1, it is Richard Lawson. Gate 2 in red for the Rentral Cases, it is Craig Cook. In yellow and black, gate number 3, Jack Holder, and off the outside in blue, it will be Max Fricke. Aces will be ruining last week, I'm sure. Heat 14, well, Heat 13 down at the Oak Tree Arena when Cook got excluded on 2 minutes and had to go off 15 metres, and then the 5-1 that they conceded in Heat 14 down at the OTA. Well, that really has been the difference. They've tried hard tonight, but after the Rebels took the 5-1 in Heat 2, that crucial 4-2 that they took in Heat 12. But can the Aces finish with a flourish in this Heat 15? We've got no Doyle in this one to give us a repeat of Heat 13. I don't think I could quite cope if we had another exciting race like that. Here we go then, Heat 15, here at the National Stadium. Takes fly where they go. Good start for Richard Lawson on the inside. Jack Holder making a good one, although here comes Craig Cook storming his way through on the inside of the 2 Rebels boys. Cook taking it up. Cook under severe pressure as Jack Holder storms his way through on his inside. Holder taking Cook by surprise. Here comes Lawson as well, but Cook won't be denied. Back through on the inside of the Australian. Absolutely nothing between them. Meantime, Max Fricke trying to build up his pace. It's Holder out front from Cook. Jack Holder out front, but a mistake there from Max Fricke, almost comes down. He's just back onto the back as Cook draws his way through on the inside, and it's another storming ride from Cook, taking Jack Holder out wide, and Max Fricke back into third. Brilliant action once again in this heat number 15, with just over a lap to go. Can Max Fricke storm his way through as well? He's trying to build up his pace. Cook looks to have got the victory. Fricke going out wide, perhaps too wide on one wheel to repel Richard Lawson, who's coming through on his inside. Here comes Holder wide on the top corner, but he's not going to get Cook. Cook takes the win. Holder for second, Fricke for third. The Aces take a 4-2 in heat number 15. It means they are victorious tonight by 10 points, but it is the Rebels that know that they've done enough here at the National Stadium to put their place in the Cup final. A for effort, from the Rentrock Aces. They tried hard, but not quite enough. Credit to Craig Cook, who's had a great night here at the National Speedway Stadium. Certainly putting in some strong performances in the latter half of this 2018 campaign. So good stuff from the Aces man, Craig Cook. He takes the win. Second man home, Jack Holder. Third spot went to Max Fricke, a 4-2 in the last. And thus the final score here. It finishes 50 to the Rentrock Belle Vue Aces and 40 to the Somerset Rebels.
Well, personal opinion, that Heat 13 even trumped the BT Sport Heat 13. A great performance there from Max Fricke and a brilliant heat win from Cookie in heat number 15 to secure the win for Belle Vue on the night at 50 points to 40, but sadly not quite enough to beat the Rebels on aggregate. But well done to our class of 2018. Well, folks, we hope you've enjoyed looking back at some of the best meetings the National Speedway Stadium has dished up for us so far. No historic action for you next week because we want to bring you some current action. That's right, our first meeting of the season, the Legend Slides On, takes place behind closed doors at the National Speedway Stadium next Thursday, September the 24th. But you guys can still tune in and be a part of it. Just subscribe to our live stream at www.sportscentral.tv and you can catch all the action trackside from the comfort of home. If you subscribe before midnight on September the 22nd, it's a tenner, plus you get a copy of our electronic programme. If you don't manage to beat the deadline, don't panic. You can still subscribe after the deadline has passed, but it'll cost you £12.50. Well, folks, that's it from me, but we've got plenty more updates and more exciting news to come about our plans for October, so make sure you stay tuned to our official social media and our official website for all of those updates. We'll see you soon.